Okay, question number 8 is about an object that's been made from a square-based pyramid joined to a cuboid, the dimensions of which are on the diagram and also listed in the words here. So the base of the cuboid and the base of the pyramid are both squares of side 4 centimeters. The height of the cuboid is 8 centimeters and the total height of the object is 13 centimeters, which we can see here. The total mass of the object is 158 grams, so underlining that as something that you can't see as something on the diagram. The cuboid is made from wood with a density of 0.6 grams per centimeter cubed. So what we should be looking at here, we've got the word mass, we've got the word density, we've got the ability to calculate a volume. So this is a density mass volume style question. We are tasked with finding the density of the granite, and the pyramid is made from granite. Okay, the cuboid's made from wood, the pyramid's made from granite. And then we've got the volume of a pyramid formula here written for us in these brackets. The first thing that you need to do is identify what the perpendicular height is of the pyramid, which is an easy peasy thing to do because you've got the height of the cuboid being 8 and the height of the whole thing being 13. So the height, the perpendicular height of this pyramid is 5 centimeters. Okay, I'm not going to write that on there because I can't fit it in with the, I'll just write there maybe. There you go, 5 centimeters is what the perpendicular height is of the pyramid. So first of all, what we need to do is kind of order our thinking here. Let's try and think about what we need to work out and what we've been given in the question. So one of the things that we can work out is, and I'm going to draw this density mass volume triangle here, right, just so you know this is what we're using, density and mass and volume. Compound measures of density, mass, volume, right? They are linked, and to calculate a density, which is what we're going to have to do at some point, to calculate the density of the granite, you'd need the mass and the volume. The mass divided by the volume would give you the density. And at the moment, we haven't got the mass of the pyramid, and we haven't got the volume of the pyramid. But we can calculate the mass of the pyramid, but we have to do that in a slightly awkward way. We can calculate the volume of the pyramid in a very easy way because we've got the formula down here. Okay, so once we get these two things for the pyramid, we can then use those to work out this thing, right, which is density. So it's an awkward question, there's a bit to do, but you're getting 5 marks for it. The first thing that I would do is work out the volume of the cuboid. So volume of, and I'm going to put C for cuboid, equals, so just a little bit lower than the word volume there. The volume of the cuboid equals 4 times 4, because it's a square base, 4 times 4, so the area of the base times by the height. Okay, that's going to be 16 times by 8, and they are measurements that are in centimeters. I'm not going to write that again because this pen is very awkward to use. Okay, so I've had to pause that there because I couldn't load up the calculator, so hopefully it hasn't jumped too much. I've got the calculator up now, and I've got 16 times 8, which is going to give me 16 multiplied by 8 is 128. So the volume, which will be measured in cubed units, is 128 centimeters cubed. The calculation that we would then need to do is the volume of the pyramid. Alright, that's one thing that we definitely need as well. So the volume of the pyramid is 1/3 of the base area times by the perpendicular height. Well, the base area, again, is 4 times 4, which is 16. So 1/3 multiplied by 16, and multiply that by the height, which we worked out earlier to be 5 centimeters. And type that into the calculator. You get your answer. We can put our fraction in like this, 1/3 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 5. That equals 80/3. I'm going to leave it as a fraction for now. Alright, so 80/3 centimeters cubed. Alright, now we've got the volume of the cuboid and the volume of the pyramid. That's one of the things that we needed for that triangle. What we need now is the mass of the pyramid. Now we're told the mass of the whole object is 158 grams, and we're also told that the density of the cuboid is 0.6 grams per centimeter cubed. So what we could actually calculate using these two bits of information here, right, are the, or is, I should say, sorry, not this bit of information just yet, but this bit of information here and this bit of information here, right, we can calculate the mass of the cuboid. Okay, and once we've got the mass of the cuboid, we can then calculate the mass of the pyramid by taking it away from the mass of the overall object. So we've got, in the triangle, it tells us density multiplied by volume, so 0.67, and we multiply that by 128. That's going to give us, and I can't write 8 with this mouse very well, but there we go. That's a 0.67 multiplied by 128. That's the mass of the cuboid. So let's work that out. We can clear that. We've written down what our answer is and kept it as an exact fraction. So 0.67 multiplied by 128 will give us the mass, because we've done the density multiplied by the volume, and we've got 2144 over 25. 2144 over 25. Now we're thinking about the units of this. That's going to be in grams, because mass is measured in grams. And that's because the density is grams per centimetre cubed and the volume is in centimetres cubed. So it must be grams for the mass. And the total object mass is 158. So if we then were to go on and do 158 and minus our answer that we've got on our calculator screen, we should be getting the mass of the pyramid. And I'm just going to put the little p there. Okay? So now, I'm really sorry about the writing. So we're going to go 158 minus the answer equals 1806 and 25. That's disappeared off the screen for some bizarre reason. Okay, so 1806 over 25. Okay, so there's our mass for the pyramid, and now we've got the mass and we've got the volume. We can do mass divided by volume and get the density. So the density of the pyramid, which is the thing we wanted, because we want the density of the granite, and the pyramid's made from granite. It's all a very confusing question, right? You've got density of the pyramid is mass, which is this answer. I'm just going to write answer again because it's the last thing I've got on my calculator screen, and I'm going to divide that by 80 over 3. Okay, and I'm going to find what the answer is. So clear the screen, fraction button, answer down 8. Oh, going to put the fraction button in again. 80 and then over 3. Okay, it's just a way of typing it into the calculator, and you've got this number here, which we can then press S to D for our final answer, 2.709, I think that was, and that is what the density of the granite is, because it's the density of the pyramid. Very confusing. We could round this off to 2.7 because that's, or 2.70 because it's 2 decimal places, 2.71. I'm just going to use 2.709 as the final answer, because it's not massive amounts of digits, and that's absolutely fine for 5 marks. Tricky one.